What if I told you that in just a few months, you have access to an AI that's smarter than 99% of humans, completely free? GPT-5 is about to drop this summer, and it's not just another AI update. This is the moment that separates the people who thrive in the next decade from those who get left behind. And most people have no idea what's coming. Right now, you're living the last days of human intellectual advantage. Think about it. Every task you do at work, every skill you have spent years developing, every competitive edge you think you have is all about to be available to anyone with an internet connection. But here's what's really crazy. While everyone's worried about AI taking jobs, they are missing the real opportunity. The people who see this coming aren't preparing to compete with AI. They are preparing to become unstoppable by working with it. Let me ask you something. How many hours did you spend last week doing work that felt like grinding? Answering emails, creating presentations, researching solutions to problems, writing reports. Boring stuff that had to get done but didn't really excite you. Now imagine if all of that disappeared overnight. Not just made easier, completely eliminated. What would you do with an extra 20, 30, maybe 40 hours a week? That's not fantasy. That's what's happening this summer. But here's a part that should terrify you. Your competition is about to get the same superpowers. The person applying for the same job as you. The business competing with yours. The content creator in your niche. Everyone gets access to the same genius level AI assistant. So the question isn't whether AI will change your life. It's whether you'll be ready when it does. Because there's a massive difference between the people who adapt early and those who wait. Early adopters don't just get ahead. They get so far ahead that everyone else spend years trying to catch up. Think about social media. The people who started YouTube channels in 2010 didn't just have a head start. They built empires while everyone else was still figuring out what YouTube was. The same thing happened with smartphones, with the internet, with every major technology shift. GPT-5 is the biggest shift we've seen in decades. And unlike those other technologies, this one won't take years to spread. It's going to be everywhere, instantly, for free. So what makes GPT-5 different from everything we have seen before? It's not just smarter, it's fundamentally different. Right now, when you use AI, you're basically talking to a really smart search engine. You ask a question, it gives you an answer. Then you start over. GPT-5 is more like having a genius colleague who never forgets anything about you. It remembers every conversation you have had. It learns your preferences, your goals, your style. It knows what kind of help you need before you even ask. Imagine having a personal assistant who's been working with you for years. Except this one has access to all human knowledge and can think faster than any human who's ever lived. But here's where it gets really interesting. GPT-5 isn't just going to answer your questions. It's going to help you think bigger. You know how sometimes you have an idea, but you don't know if it's good or how to execute it? GPT-5 will be able to take that half-formed thought and help you turn it into a full business plan, complete with market research, financial projections, and step-by-step implementation strategies. Want to learn a new skill? Instead of spending weeks watching YouTube tutorials, GPT-5 will create a personalized learning path that adapts to exactly how your brain works. It will quiz you, give you practice problems, and adjust the difficulty based on how quickly you are learning. Need to solve a complex problem at work? GPT-5 won't just give you the answer. It will walk you through the thinking process so you understand why that solution works and how to apply similar thinking to other problems. This is the difference between having a tool and having a thinking partner. Now, Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, said something that should wake everyone up. When he asked a room full of incredibly smart people, we are talking PhD researchers, successful entrepreneurs, people at the top of their fields. How many of you think you'll be smarter than GPT-5? Almost no hands went up. These are people who have spent decades building their expertise, and they're basically saying, yeah, this AI is going to be smarter than me. But here's what's really wild. Access to this superhuman intelligence is going to be free. Not freemium, not free for the first month, actually free. Everyone on the planet with an internet connection gets access to the same AI that's smarter than almost every human. Think about what this means. The kid in rural Nebraska gets the same AI tutor as the student at Harvard. The small business owner in Thailand gets the same strategic advisor as Fortune 500 companies. The solo entrepreneur gets the same research capabilities as massive corporations. This is the great equalizer, but only if you're ready for it. Because while everyone gets access to the same AI, not everyone will know how to use it effectively. The people who figure out how to work with GPT-5 won't just have a slight advantage. They will be operating in a completely different league. It's like everyone getting access to a Formula 1 race car, but only some people knowing how to drive it. The ones who can drive will lap the field over and over again. Here's what most people are getting wrong about this AI revolution. They're either terrified that AI will replace them, or they think it's just a fancy calculator that helps with homework. Both of these perspectives miss the real opportunity. The people who are scared are focused on protecting what they have instead of thinking about what they could build. They're trying to AI-proof their careers instead of AI supercharge them. The people who think it's just a tool are treating it like a better version of Google. They ask it questions, get answers, and move on. They're not thinking about how to integrate it into their thinking process. But there's a third group. The people who see GPT-5 as the beginning of a new era. They're not asking, how do I protect myself from AI? They're asking, how do I become unstoppable with AI? These are the people who will dominate the next decade. Think about it this way. We are at the beginning of the intelligence age. Just like the industrial age created massive wealth for the people who understood how to use machines, the intelligence age will create massive opportunities for the people who understand how to work with AI. But unlike the industrial age, you don't need massive capital to get started. You don't need to build factories or hire hundreds of workers. You just need to understand how to think alongside the most powerful intelligence ever created. The opportunities are everywhere. Content creation, business strategy, product development, customer service, data analysis, creative work. Every field is about to be transformed. But here's what excites me most about GPT-5. It's not just going to make existing tasks easier, it's going to make impossible things possible. You know how there are ideas you have had but never pursued them because they seemed too complex or you didn't have the right skills? GPT-5 changes the equation completely. Want to build a software product but don't know how to code? GPT-5 can write, debug, and optimize code better than most programmers. Want to start a business but don't know how to create a marketing strategy? GPT-5 can analyze your market, identify opportunities, and create campaigns that would normally require a team of experts. This isn't about replacing human creativity, it's about amplifying it. The most creative, ambitious, and strategic people will become absolutely unstoppable because they will have superhuman intelligence backing up their vision. And here's a kicker, this is just the beginning. Sam Altman said GPT-5 might be the last traditional language model before we move into true artificial general intelligence. We're not just looking at a better chatbot, we're looking at the foundation for AI that can think, reason, and create at levels we have never seen before. The progress we'll see in the next 2 years will be more impressive than everything we've seen in the last 2 years. And that's saying something, considering how much AI has advanced recently. So what do you actually do with this information? How do you prepare for something this big? First, you need to change how you think about your value. In a world where AI can do most routine tasks, your value comes from the things only humans can do. Creativity, empathy, strategic thinking, and the ability to connect ideas in novel ways. But here's the key, you can't just be creative in isolation. You need to learn how to be creative in partnership with AI. The people who master this collaboration will have an almost unfair advantage. Second, you need to start experimenting now. Don't wait for GPT-5 to drop to start learning how to work with AI. Start with the current models. Learn how to communicate effectively with AI. Understand how to break down complex problems into manageable pieces. Figure out how to integrate AI into your workflow. Third, you need to think about positioning. How do you want to be known when everyone has access to superhuman AI? What unique perspective do you bring? What problems are you uniquely positioned to solve? The businesses and individuals who figure this out early will have a massive head start. They'll be building with AI while everyone else is figuring out what AI is. GPT-5 is coming this summer, probably July, August, or September 2025. That might seem like it's far away, but it's not. 6 months goes by fast, and the people who are ready will separate themselves from everyone else on day one. Here's what you need to do right now. Start learning how to work with current AI models. Get comfortable with prompt engineering. Understand how to have productive conversations with AI. Begin thinking about how AI could transform your work or business. What tasks could you automate? What new opportunities could this create? What skills should you focus on that complement AI rather than compete with it? And most importantly, start building. Don't just consume information about AI, start creating with it. The people who are actively using AI to build things will have a massive advantage when GPT-5 arrives. The future belongs to the people who embrace this technology early and use it strategically. Don't be the person who looks back in 5 years and says, I wish I had started sooner. The intelligence age is beginning. Question is whether you'll be a spectator or a participant. The choice is yours, but you need to make it now. GPT-5 isn't just another AI update. It's the moment everything changes. The people who understand this will build the future. The people who don't will be left wondering what happened. 6 months from now, you'll either be thankful you started preparing today, or you'll be scrambling to catch up. Which one sounds better to you? All this being said, the best bet to really future-proof and AI-proof yourself is to start your own personal brand online. With AI, it is only going to get easier than ever before. If you're worried about your job getting replaced by AI, or you have been waiting to start your personal brand, this is your sign to start now. And don't worry about AI influencers. People will appreciate real humans more than ever now. So click the first link down below to get your personal brand started.